What's good, YouTube? Now, welcome back to TP Unlocked, where we break down the biggest headlines in hip-hop and current event news. Today, we're diving into a story that has the internet buzzing: Nelly and Snoop performing for Donald Trump. That's right, two hip-hop legends, Nelly and Snoop Dogg, took the stage at a high-profile event hosted by none other than Donald Trump. When it comes to how these men have represented for hip-hop and culture, very few men have reached the heights that they have. And I think this is why this blow has been extremely crushing for a lot of people. All right, now let's break this down. First, what exactly is a crypto ball? This exclusive event, reportedly organized by Trump's team, was aimed at promoting his ventures into cryptocurrency and his ongoing campaign for the 2024 election. While it attracted major names, many are questioning why Nelly and Snoop, two artists who historically represented a culture that doesn't align with Trump, chose to perform. Really interesting, because if you look back, I haven't really seen too many political statements by Nelly, and in fact, the most recent one is the only one I've heard after him receiving this backlash. But when it comes to Snoop has actually been very vocal about his anti-Trump sentiments. Check this out.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the out one of you Uncle Tom ass for doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first? I was the one that performs for himself.
Snoop actually makes it very clear that he is anti-Trump. So it's got a lot of people questioning. And of course, that backlash was immediate. Critics took to social media accusing both parties of selling out and prioritizing money over values. In addition to the backlash, some critics have actually pointed out that Donald Trump was able to pardon one of Snoop Dogg's death row colleagues just this past year. So some people are speculating that this may have been the reason why Snoop was able to perform. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I am not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Trump fan. I am not someone who voted for Trump. I think his rhetoric is extremely harmful. I think he is a racist. I think he is a misogynist. I think he is someone who has actually victimized women in the past. He is the literal representation of white privilege in this country. A man with no public service record, literally a bunch of failed business in his wakes, a bunch of failed loans in his wake, someone who notably stood against the Central Park Five, who were later exonerated. I think that this is a very nuanced case. Now, while I don't agree with Snoop Dogg's decision, I can honestly say that it would be a very difficult choice to make if I had the ability to free one of my family members, my loved ones, or someone that I was very close with, having that opportunity and not taking it, right? Anyone who has family members that are locked up understands that this is not a simple decision to make, even with regards to Donald Trump. Now, when it comes to Nelly, I think Nelly was just completely out of pocket. I believe that this was a decision that he made financially based, even against his own statements. A lot of these folks these days are not gonna tell you that they're doing it because they need the money. But when you think about what the economy is doing right now, when you think about how many opportunities these gentlemen get to make big checks, those residual music checks are not making them tons of money. I know a lot of y'all don't like pocket watching, but pocket watching is absolutely necessary in this day and age. And when you talk about Nelly, someone who just got with the love of his life, who's got a baby on the way, you best believe he's not trying to turn down any checks. I wish instead of the response and conversation that he had with Willie D, he was just forthcoming. Hey bro, I got a baby on the way and I'm not peak Nelly right now. I ain't making money like peak Nelly, so I'm gonna need to make sure I get some of this coin to make sure that my children and my family is set up. Just admit that. The backlash would probably still be what the backlash is, but at least you can stand on being honest and truthful with your audience. I don't think Nelly's response made it any better. Here's a clip of that right now.
I thought you was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office.
What do you say to the people that say we're not giving you this backlash because of your political affiliation or your political choice or whatever? We're giving you this backlash because you are propping up a white supremacist.
Okay, I get it. He did say if you don't vote for me, you're not black, right? Oh no, that wasn't him. That wasn't him. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Hold on. He did create
I know where you're going.
He did create the crime bill in the 90s, which said that if you get caught with 5 grams of crack, you do a mandatory 5 years that had mass incarceration. I think even the Vice President Kamala spoke on that part that said that the crime bill played a huge part. He didn't do that.
So instead of taking any accountability for the backlash that you're receiving, you chose to take jabs at the other side. Now, while I do understand that being attacked can put you in defensive posture, me personally, I believe that instead of taking the approach of attacking back, you should just be transparent, be truthful. I think the response that Nelly gave is going to put him in a much worse off position. With this current president in office, it does beg the question, especially with one that is so harmful and polarizing in today's climate. Is it possible to perform as an artist without being politicized? Is it possible to perform for Donald Trump in any capacity without losing support? I think that's a question that I leave with you guys. Let me know. Do you guys still support Snoop Dogg? Will you continue to support Nelly? How do you think about their comments? Love to hear from you guys to set the record straight. Now, me, while I do understand that the backlash is warranted, I just feel a bit of ways for canceling individuals like Snoop and Nelly. While I don't necessarily know them personally, I don't know their politics, they have been huge figures for us in our culture, huge figures in hip hop, and it just doesn't feel, I just don't know how I feel about canceling them and eradicating them completely for their performances for Trump. But again, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This has been TP Unlocked. Peace.